Yeah, everybody, welcome to the Fly Racing Racer X Birmingham Supercross Review Show. Thank you for watching and listening, or if you're watching and then you listen, thank you even more for that. You guys are the real true fans, and you're the ones that we absolutely love. Thanks for watching again. FlyRacing.com, the code Pulpmx saves you with fly racing. So whether you got the blue and gray kinetic like Cooper Webb wore this weekend, you want some of that stuff Jan Hymas wearing, Justin Brayton still rocking Fly as an ambassador. Of course, Pulpmx code saves with FlyRacing.com. The mesh is out now. I went riding the other day. It's hot here, and I love that mesh, man. The way it fits, the way it cools, it's absolutely the best stuff that Fly makes. It's available, I think, in 4 different colors, along with a kids version. So check out that mesh as the weather heats up. Code Pulpmx to save. Formula helmet's amazing, as usual. Fly Racing out there. Racer X as well. Thank you to Racer X for hosting this for us, and subscribe to that magazine. I'm writing a really cool story on the list of the best Honda factory riders ever. Working on that. So check that out. It'll be in the magazine soon. Renthal, Maxxis, motorsport.com, Brunt Work Wear, all on board with us, as well as onX Maps, of course. And there's 3 of us doing this. 2 of us were in the beautiful city of Birmingham. First up, the voice of the Supercross series this past weekend with James Stewart. So no Lee, no Ricky. We got the outdoor team coming in the indoors. The Jason Wigan. What's up, Weege?
Yeah, that's right. That was fun because this shows that everybody's just one group and one team. The way it used to work in Supercross, as far as I know back in the day, is like, if you can't do 17 rounds, you're not going to do 1 round. And I certainly had that when I was doing the webcast, which is 20 years ago now. But nowadays, if someone's got something going on, no big. So I believe it was Carmichael was on spring break with his family, wanted to go through the weekend because his kids are going to graduate high school this year. And then they'll probably, move out and never speak to him again. Mm-hmm. So he wanted to get one last vacation in before they move out of the house. So they subbed in Stu, and then Lee Diffie was doing IMSA racing. So suddenly it was the 2 of us. There was it wasn't like we arranged this. This was just the way the schedule was. So that's the first time it was ever just the 2 of us for Supercross.
And trackside analyst for NBC, Jason Wigan. What's up? I mean, Jason Thomas.
What
Sorry.
is wrong?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to remember the damn name, Weege.
On-track analyst.
That's it.
You're so close. Yeah, I'm here. I was in Birmingham, and you can't say 2 of us because you were the only one that was not there. You have your own.
When you say trackside analyst, though, on-track analyst.
On-track
right?
analyst. Yes.
Yeah, man. You're not on the track. You're off the track. No, you're not.
Do you not watch the Insider post-race show?
Yeah, but that's
on the track
post-race. But
do you not watch the Yamaha track report? You're Blue Crew,
dude,
and you don't even watch the Yamaha track report?
Dude, you're on the track for about 10% of the night. You're off the track 90% of the time talking about the action that you see.
I'm on it more than you are.
I would doubt that. I don't see you on track walk. I don't see you on track walk. You should be off-track analyst.
I walk the track on Friday.
I
really do.
Weege,
I have to do.
Can we get a ruling on that?
What do you mean?
The only thing I remember is when JT first retired, went to track walk wearing dress shoes.
Yeah, to do that.
He was like, I'm stepping up. I'm no longer a professional racer. I'm here on business.
Right.
I'm running a VIP program.
I have to do a sound check on Friday. I walk the track when we have to be on the track for that.
When I'm doing the Steve show, I don't see you around there. I really don't. But that's okay. That's fine.
Like in the morning track walk, I usually don't go, no.
Okay, lots to get into. I got a great dinner story from the weekend that's going to really excite you guys. Sammy Hagar concerts were great. Thank you for asking. I did sit at home and watch the race as well, and then I had to leave for dinner and a concert, so I had to watch the mains this morning. Lots to get into when it comes to Birmingham. Hunter Lawrence rode amazing, and we'll get into that. But first, Weege, you were on a group text with someone else that I was ranting about on the dog walk this morning. What is happening to the AMA? What is going on?
Oh,
what?
I wasn't sure where we were going first, but yes, I think that's where we need to go first.
What is going on? They're doing everything with license points and flags and fines and everything. Then they're doing nothing. They do nothing for lappers and fines and everything. And now they throw the book at guys for what is happening?
I don't even know, man. Like the Deegan thing, I feel like it probably says in the rule book that you automatically are going to be penalized 1 position if you do that. I understand it's not a judgment call. It's just what the rule book says. And 2 others, including Marchbanks and one other guy. I don't remember who that is right now, but I can find it in the notes.
Yeah, so someone else got it. Yeah,
there were 3 people penalized just like Deegan. Now, we all know that going from 9th to 10th is not as big a deal as first to second. However, bold, italicized, all capitalized. If you want to say we just go by what the rule book says, that is fine, and I'm totally on board with that. Except they didn't do that with the Honda guys in the red lights 3 weeks ago.
No, exactly. Thank you. And I believe in the rule book, everything penalized is at the discretion of the officials. I think it says that in like italics. Like there are some gray areas for the officials to sort of come up with things on their own. We know that they don't want to take wins away. I 100% agree with that. Deegs should be docked some points here. 3 points, 5 points. I don't know.
Do something, sure.
Do something because it's very laid out. Once you pick a lane in the split lanes, you cannot cross over. That is absolutely in the rule book, and I get it. And they talk about that, and that's cool. And Deegs deserves some sort of penalty. But to lose the win, JT, is absolutely insane for what he did.
I'm out on any penalty at all for this.
You think no penalty at all?
I do not think this was penalty deserving. I don't think this was gaining an advantage. If you watch any pro motocross race ever, they literally run these stakes over like it's their job, man. Like they literally try to run them over half the time. I just can't wrap my head around the fact that he didn't win the race because of this. Like I'm speechless, as you can tell. This to me is I don't know what to say. Like I'll tell you what happened for me. Okay, so I'm on the podium and I'm waiting to talk to Hayden. And in this time, they're deciding whether to penalize Hayden or not. This is crunch time for the AMA and Mike Pelletier and I'm guessing Robo and Ezra Lusk and everybody are trying to make a decision on what we're going to do here. Okay, this is all happening right before Hayden's going to do his interview on the podium. And I'm like, please, if they're going to do this, please don't like tell me that I'm going to deliver the news in this interview.
Indeed.
Right. And then he just like hits me with a right cross right when I tell him, right? Like,
yeah.
So that didn't happen. I got to interview Happy Deegs. But as this is all unfolding, I'm hearing like from different people that like we have it on video. It's pretty clear, like we think there's going to be some sort of penalty handed down based off of the video evidence. So like I haven't seen anything yet. I don't see this until way later. And so once I hear it's penalized, I'm like, it must have been pretty egregious. He probably like got into a berm and then jumped the berm like on accident. And then that shortened the racetrack up, like something in the heat of battle in the first couple of laps that he wasn't trying to do, but in the end became a big advantage. Like that happens quite often. That's kind of what I thought I was going to see. What I saw, I just stared at my monitor for a really long time, even after I watched it, because I couldn't believe this cost him a race win. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. Like, to me, this is a different penalty and a different dynamic, but exactly the same thing as Ironman 2025 with Jet. Like, it's exactly the same thing where he got penalized a full lap because of this rule, which had absolutely, there's no way this should have been the correct penalty. So I don't know. I can't. I still can't believe it. Like this was not an advantage. This wasn't something where like, hey man, this really changed the outcome. He wouldn't have got to the lead had he not done this. Anything like that. This was like, if anything, it was probably slower what he did, switching lanes at the last second. Like this.
JT, I don't totally agree with your outdoor analogy because this is a split lane and the rules are different for a split lane as far as staying in your lane compared to the track markers on the outside of the track.
He didn't switch lanes.
No. I don't know. I'm not saying, I don't think you can say like, oh, hey, outdoor guys hit it all the time because that's a different series and a different thing. But here's the point. It was
the stakes, the stake markers.
No, I know.
Are what
Steve's just saying, the stakes on the side of the track versus don't jump a split lane. The stakes have two different stakes.
But the stakes are the stakes are what mark the track.
Speaking of stakes, I'll speak about my
stakes are what mark the lanes.
Okay, so if it's so goddamn important that you pick a lane and God forbid you leave this lane, how about AMA? How about you invest maybe another box of stakes and don't leave 4-foot gaps or 3-foot gaps between the stakes?
He did not even switch lanes,
saying like, but if they're like, hey man, once you commit, you cannot cross these stakes.
But he didn't commit. It's not like he went to the berm and then jumped over the berm and then went to the next lane.
The definition of a split lane is by the start of the stakes, right? So he cut over, no advantage. I'm with you, no advantage. I'm just saying, if these stakes are the high water mark, and hell hath no fury that you cross over these stakes, then how about you put some more in? How about you don't leave 3-foot gaps? If it's absolutely so vital that these stakes are the entry point to your life on whether you what you're going to do in your life, right or left, then how about you put some more there? You got gaps, you got big gaps between the stakes that allow a rider who makes a mistake or brain farts a little bit to go in between them. Now, Hayden clipped one a little bit.
Can I ask you a question?
Just put more stakes there.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Isn't the idea of you can't switch lanes once you commit to make sure that you don't gain an advantage? Wouldn't that be why the rule is in place?
I think, and maybe there's a safety aspect of like, you would never expect a rider to like come at you from the inside and block past you. So maybe it's both. But yes, I would think you can't go inside would probably be the main reason, right?
Of course, right. There's no advantage. This is nuts to take away a win. Absolutely nuts. And like we said,
the thing about taking away a win is jumping on a red cross flag is the worst thing you can possibly do. You are actually endangering yourself and others when you do that, right?
Yep. No problem.
And because we've had to analyze the heck out of that several times lately, we also know that it's potentially, a 4 or 5 second advantage right there that you can gain. If you jump something people can't jump. However, even doing that, extremely dangerous and a massive advantage, we won't take the win away for that.
No.
We will penalize you points. We're still not going to take away the win, even though you jumped the jump where there were medics and a rider on the other side of the jump. We will not take the win away for that. But
it's nuts. What is going on? I've been the first guy to praise Mike Pelletier and Yogi and J-Bone and all these guys that the AMA have brought in and these rules enforcement, because JT and I, who were around in the Whitelock days and we were around with the Duke days, and we've seen this great improvement and we've gone on the record as saying this, but I don't know what's going on this year. We got these license points, and I agree, good idea. They'll start adding up to the point where you lose a gate pick, to the point where you get fined, and we're not giving out license points last week. We're doing nothing at Indianapolis. Nothing.
Are we like knee-jerk reacting to didn't do enough? Now we're going to whipsaw the other way and do too much?
Dude, how else do you explain this?
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not,
I think they've been under fire. I think they've been under fire for the Dallas, or Dallas? What the hell race was that?
Yeah, it was Dallas.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they came under fire for Indy, not so as much, but a little bit, for doing nothing with these guys. And now they're like, oh yeah, watch this. Watch this. And poor Evan Ferry gets caught up in this also. Like, what are we doing? That penalty comes. Okay, we got to wait 24 hours about the flag stuff in Dallas. We gotta analyze it. We gotta get on calls. We gotta talk to everyone. Do all this shit before we find out what is going on with these flag penalties. Eventually, nothing. But Evan Ferry, 15 seconds after the race, you're docked. Like, what was the difference? No, not because there was a difference between Tomac's pass on Cooper and Evan's pass on Pierce. There was a difference. Evan definitely went more to the exit of the corner than Eli did. But I would say there was a small difference between those two passes.
Oh, no, there's a big difference. There's a big
You think there's a big difference?
Oh, yeah. There's a big difference.
I mean, Eli's was better. I'm not saying Evans was worse.
Yeah, they're not.
But
for me, they're not close. I'm not saying that the license points, penalty points, a fine, like it feels like they're killing a mosquito with a bazooka with Evan. But to me, Evan's pass and Eli's pass are completely different scenarios.
Eli's pass 9 times out of 10, there's no incident at all.
Yeah,
and 9 times out of 10 with Evan, both guys go down.
I don't see it, but okay, we can agree to disagree. But anyways, holy shit!
But here's the key on the Evan thing.
Yeah,
that was for the last transfer position, so we don't need to compare it to Tomac in the heat with Justin Cooper. Let's compare it to 900 other LCQ and last turn and last lap of a heat race for the final transfer passes. And I'm sure it's just out of the 900 incidents, it was probably the 450th worst. It's probably right in the middle of egregious. He was going for the last transfer spot and the white flag had just come out, I think, right?
Yeah, white flag. Yeah, white flag was out. Yep. But
how many insane things have we seen on the last lap when a dude's in 10th and the guy in front of him is 9th, or 5th in the LCQ and the guy in front of him is 4th, and all of a sudden now the hammer is just dropped.
If you're mad that Timmy Ferry was one of 2 riders to beat Carmichael in the championship title, if you're mad about that still, AMA, I get it. But this is not the time nor the place to extract that revenge.
It's conjecture. We don't know. I'm just going off what Evan posted, but he posted something about being told that there was a concern if they did nothing that the paddock would be mad that they're not acting upon something. Now, I'm not saying this was said.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this happened. I'm just saying what Evan posted.
I saw that too. And that seems odd to say that, JT, but
again, I'm not saying this happened. I'm just saying he posted it.
Justice for Deegs. Justice for Deegs.
Consistent with this. I feel like part of the reason some of these rulings are very odd is that I feel like Star Racing does a better job arguing their point than other teams. They're aggressive in all facets of the sport. So I don't see why they also wouldn't be more aggressive arguing their point. And who got the short end of that stick? But one of their guys who's in a title fight, Pierce Brown, he's the one that got screwed by Ferry and had to go to the LCQ when he was already in 9th and should have been good. So I would not be surprised if they beat a path to the AMA door and kind of said what Evan Ferry said.
Are you saying that they went and protested Deegs because Colt Davies needs the points over Deegs?
Well, then finally, it's the first time Star came out on the wrong end of a ruling, really, but the other guy won, so it wasn't horrific.
Ultimately, it really helped. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Justice for Hayden.
It's true.
I've been there for Hayden. I've been behind him. I've standing in his corner, and justice for Hayden. Justice for Duff. For the little kid too. What's his name? The little one.
Huxon.
Yeah, Huxon too. Bad night. I honestly, man, like we have these license points. This is a cool system because no longer it's just like, hey, you're on double secret probation. Hey, don't Vince. Now you're on triple probation. Now you're on double, quadruple. Like, we have these license points. It is a sense of you did something wrong. Let's dish them out. Let's give them to Evan. Let's give them to Hayden. Let's take away 3 points from Hayden. There seems to be many ways to penalize these guys. Even the JT says don't even penalize Hayden at all, and that's fine too. But there's ways to do this than taking away a win. God damn, dude.
After it's already been decided that taking away a win is something they really don't want to do. It's kind of a sacred thing.
Yes.
So with other penalties, there's been tons of ends arounds to prevent removing the win. Mostly, we're going to take away points. And then for this, they're going to not do the points, and he lost points too, but we're going to take away the win for that. But not jumping at a red cross?
And again, hey, man, listen, I know Jet didn't get an advantage at Ironman. I know, but this is the way the rules are written. It sucks for me to make it this call, but the rules are written that way, and Jet has to get docked half a lap. Okay, cool, man. But jumping on a medic is no problem? Right on. Great.
You just said you didn't like my comparison to that. Now you're using it.
No, I'm saying no, I said I didn't like your comparison to the outdoors.
The stakes.
Track stakes.
Got
it.
it.
Horrific night. What is going on? And I love Yogi. I got to talk to Yogi. This is not. I don't know what's going on.
Aren't you supposed to? I mean, I got fined for apparently it wasn't even me going inside the stakes in a pro motocross race.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a great story. That's a great story.
Is great.
But I don't think we can look back at Whitelock / whoever, John Gallagher days and apply it to now. I don't think that's totally applicable because these people are trying to get better. But let's just compare it to like we said 3 weeks ago. Just 3 weeks ago. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, I think I understand their argument. I don't agree with the red light decision, but I think the basic argument was, look, man, we messed up. Those lights should have been yellow, not red, and we didn't do a good enough job of probably telling you about them, so we can't hold everybody responsible, and one of them was stuck on with the remote or whatever. So, hey, because of all these other things, we're just not going to make a ruling. I don't agree with that, but I understand if that's the way they want. But then, a month later, to just be like, letter of the law stands no matter what, is crazy to me.
Yeah. Poor Deeks. Great race. It's a
little less. Look, it didn't his team still won. Like we said, it actually benefited the team championship-wise more. And who knows, maybe they even give Deegs the bonus money. So it seems like not as big a deal. But where it does screw Deegs over, he actually had a win streak. I think he could have ended up with the longest win streak in 250 Supercross history, but they screwed him out of that.
It would have been the longest in 19 years.
Yes. And the longest ever is 8, and he would have had 6. So it was certainly in play. He has 3 races to go.
Who had 8?
He could have had the longest win streak ever. Is that the most important thing in the world? No, but dude. No.
And by the way, too, let's not forget Cole Davies. Budds Creek, he gets a win. This race, he gets a win. Cole Davies, biggest benefactor of these penalties, gets 2 race wins.
That's right. That time they did take it away. That's determined you have to pass with the red cross, right?
I don't know.
I mean, like, we know it doesn't really affect Deegs all that much, but it still probably cost him 40 or 50 grand.
Yeah, who knows? They might even pay him, like we said. They might pay him the bonus.
What, they're just going to kick him down an extra $50K for, like, I doubt it.
No, they would just not give it to Cole. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't think legally that's going to go well. Like, I would sue their pants off if they didn't.
We'll
give
start a
me 50
GoFundMe
grand
for him.
me.
We'll start a GoFundMe for him. But I don't
There's
know,
no
man.
chance that Cole's going to be like, I won the race. You're not going to pay me. Yeah, right.
What?
No way.
What is wrong with, hey, Deegs, you can't do that. We talked about that. We're taking 3 points off your win. You still win the race. We're taking 3 points. It's happened before. It's a great thing. Like, hey, slap on the wrist. Don't do that again. It literally did not affect the race, as all 3 of us know, and anybody with 2 eyeballs, even 1 eyeball, could have seen it did not affect the race. And how about
you also
put
have
more
the
stakes there?
Points where they can say, hey, Deegs, hey, Marchbanks. It was Cole Thompson. I looked it up. That was the 3rd guy.
Yep.
Hey, guys, we're not going to go super bad. We're just going to take points away this time. But this is on your license points now. So you do 2 or 3 other things. This is going to come back to haunt you later.
Yeah. Don't, and how about, and again, buy some more stakes, man. Don't leave big gaps. Buy some more stakes. Like put nonstop stakes there.
Well, it's in the start. You're cutting across the start.
But there's still the one that he cut because he missed the one. So there was room there.
You can't put nonstop stakes there. You're on the starting line.
No, but the one that Deegs tucked inside of. Start there. That's the first one. Now put a bunch of more stakes after that one because there was a gap there. You know what I mean? Like he went inside of the stake, hit his right foot, put more in there. Yeah. Okay. All right.
The stakes don't do anything. Like, you can just run them over.
I don't know, man. Just make it more like official. Like, hey, really don't cross these. Here's where it starts. Do not cross these. It's insane. Poor Deegs. All right. Renthal, by the way, renthal.com. Thank you to those guys for coming on board. And they have a direct-to-consumer website now. $99 gets you free shipping if you want to get a Renthal product. JT used many a Renthal product in his day. 7/8 bar, though. That's what he used. But they're available. Fat bar, 661 bar, back in stock. You weren't around for that. 661 bar back in stock. No, you weren't there. Renthal.com. Clothing as well, sprockets, chains, all of that. Please check out renthal.com for more information. Okay, Hunter Lawrence. Wow. Great opportunity when Eli, and we'll get to him, has to go to the LCQ, and he's got the far inside gate. But Eli pulls that off, and now it's on. And Hunter says, oh, no, it is not on. Nothing is on. There is no nothing. There is no racing. Wire-to-wire win. Roxon was on rails. We'll get to that. But, yeah, Weege, Hunter Lawrence. That's all I can say.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think this is just Tomac had an off night. I'm not saying something was wrong. Maybe he just had an off night because he also got his doors blown off by Kenny, which we have lots of racing between Tomac and Kenny through the years where he doesn't normally end up 30 seconds down to Kenny at the end. So Tomac was definitely subpar. But I feel like Hunter's just been this good and it just gets a little better every weekend. I think it just goes back to it just has just been slept on. This has just been slept on. And every time he does something that probably shouldn't be that surprising, it still seems a little surprising. Whether it's, can he beat him straight up when it was close at Indy? Can he almost catch him at Daytona? Or can he just win a race by a huge margin? It all seems shocking. But dude, he's got the points lead. He's pretty much the best starter outside of Prado, who's not going to beat him straight up. He doesn't really make mistakes.
Is there a case to be made that Hunter was as good as he has been, and Eli just wasn't as good as he has been.
No, because I would say that except for the Kenny thing. Like,
what do you mean?
Kenny just blowing Eli's doors off like that makes me think it was an exceptionally subpar.
Hunter was as good as he has been for a while. Eli was not as good as he has been lately. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Because
you're saying like there's a chance that if Kenny is almost there with Hunter on a normal night, Eli is also.
Yeah, like I think Kenny and Hunter were doing the same things they've been doing, and then I just think Eli was just not there. Like he just wasn't.
So you
there.
would just slot Eli in right there with Kenny or just before him, and that would keep him close to Hunter. That kind of thing.
No. I'm saying that the night in general, overall,
yes.
Hunter wasn't like otherworldly versus what he's been doing. He's just doing the same thing he's been doing. He's great in Arlington, great in Daytona, just not quite good enough. Great in Indy, great in Birmingham. Kenny, really fast, crazy fast in Indy, crazy fast in Birmingham. Eli, to me, was the outlier where he was just not really even close to where he's been the last few rounds. So it wasn't like, yes, Hunter deserves a lot of credit, but I don't really think he did anything different than what he's been doing. Like, heat race was solid. Cooper was right there with him. Like, it wasn't like he was lights out in the heat race or anything like that. Like, Cooper Webb won the heat race. He just gets to start in the main event. He executes per normal. Kenny was actually faster than Hunter at many times during the main event. And then Eli just had a really off race, I think. Like, that to me, that's how I left there more than anything, is like everything was the same as it's been. Eli just was nowhere close to the form he has been most of the season.
Is it
what
possible?
You're saying is if Kenny was 3.5 seconds down from Hunter, a normal night for Eli, he would be within that 3.5 second
Yeah, he would have
range.
been in the fight. He would have been right there with those guys. Win, lose, or draw, he's in the fight.
Yeah, because at Indy, he got beat by Hunter, but it was close.
Yeah, he's right there. Yeah, they're right there.
Yeah. And Daytona. But I do think racers are so mental that this is another little thing that Hunter can build on, and Eli off night or not, and you look at Indianapolis, third Triple Crown straight up. Daytona, he took the legend of Daytona and caught him at the end. And all of this, I just think that all this starts get rolling confidence wise. It's just getting easier.
It gets a little easier for Hunter to do, I think.
Is there a chance that we always talk about Tomac being such a beast mode and great shape? The LCQ wore him out.
No.
Discuss. No. Okay. All right.
He was he was riding around. I know we didn't show him on TV.
Yeah.
But he was riding at about 14% effort.
How many guys could he name in that class, do you think?
0.
There were a lot of jokes going that Eli had maybe there should be only 15 riders in the mains on a short track. There was a lot of that going around in that hour between his heat and the LCQ.
Yeah, that's not it's not a great timing for Eli. Not great timing for him.
But I do want to correct everybody. Eli never said. He said maybe they should cut to 15 riders on a short track. He never even said the word privateers. He never said there shouldn't be privateers. I don't know how Eli is getting framed. He never said anything about privateers.
Just calm down, everybody.
They're going to cut. There's 15 factory guys that were going to start cutting. I mean, by default, he is. Like,
I'm not going to frame the guy or hang the guy because
I'm not hanging him either. But like, there's no other way to really. What do you mean? Who else is it going to be?
Here's what I think happened. He said 15 riders. Gypsy J said no privateers. And then everyone got confused over who said what. And I swear there's people you could quiz right now in the street that said, yeah, I heard Eli said get rid of privateers.
Yeah,
and it wasn't him.
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I believe happened.
Maybe.
I mean, if you're saying cutting it to 15, we're really splitting hairs on what you're saying. If you're saying he's saying 15 only, and that means privateers are not in that conversation.
Dude, idiot morons were starting to argue like, well, if those guys had the bike Eli had, and I'm like, oh dear God, don't do this.
No,
oh dear God.
You know how I feel about that.
I'm going to remove myself from all those conversations, but
oh dear God.
It just that falls 100% to me on Feld for scheduling a Triple Crown on a track like that, knowing exactly how it's going to be. We don't use lime anymore. We don't do any of that. I thought you guys, look, your TV show sucks. You guys suck, all of that. And I should do it. But I do have to give you credit. Great segment on the TV show about breaking down the last half of the race, which is absolutely where those guys shine, the elite guys. There's your point right there.
Oh, the graphic thing we did?
Yeah, the graphic thing with like, hey, here's the difference of lap times between 12 and 26, right?
I wrote that. I put it in Racerhead. I wrote that whole piece.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That when you talk about the speed and the percent rule and privateers, it's that stuff where those guys shine. You know, as you know, JT, you did it. Yeah.
Those guys get so tired, right? It's they go from, do we need to edit this?
Well, we lost Weege. He'll jump back in.
All right. Yeah, I mean they go so much slower the second half of the race.
Mm-hmm.
It's brutal, man. Like that's why you're going 2 laps down. It's not, you know.
Okay, so
you know where that all started from is the We Went Fast guys kind of proposed this F1 thing that like and I'm like, I don't think that's it. I don't think it's it because the differences expand so big in the second half of the race. That's where we run into all the problems. So that was kind of the genesis of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, JT, you know, I mean, it's fucking gnarly. Like the being in shape and your heart rate and trying to race these guys. That's what makes these guys awesome, right? Like,
well, yeah, they can. I mean, those guys can hold their pace the whole time. It's incredible how they can just sit on the limit the entire time. The other guys are not doing. You can look at anybody that wants to go look at the data. The guys in like 16th and back, the last 10 laps is not impressive. Not impressive.
All right, let's talk about Kenny a little bit. Wow. Dude, so he said on the podium, I didn't go back and look. I probably should have before this pod, but was he in 15th? Did he say he was 15th? Is that real true or is that just exaggeration? But I mean, either way, amazing
Our
race.
screen said 12th for whatever.
Okay, so 12. All right, so whatever. Yeah.
Still bad.
How about that race from Ken Roczen? Yeah, absolutely. You know, he was just on rails, dude. He was so good.
He's been pushing back a little bit on, you know, Kenny used to get worse as the series went on.
Yeah.
He's been pushing back that he feels like the last 2 years, he had the shock blow up, which broke his leg. And then last year his ankle, I think, right?
I thought he had some virus again last year or something, but maybe not. No, yeah, you're right. An ankle. Yeah. No, an ankle from outdoors.
He's been pushing back that.
Yeah.
That's in the past. He's just as good now as he was in January. So I think he was pumped to, you know, because he probably would have showed that at Indy, but he just made one mistake. So I think he's pumped to show, like, I actually can stay good in the second half.
He might. It's only March, though. So we got some time to go. But yes, so far so good. So far so good. I'll give you that.
Tomac, off night. I actually was at dinner. I texted some top journalists in the sport because I was watching on my app. I'm like, what's wrong with Eli in the main? They're like, nothing. I'm like, wait, he doesn't have a broken leg or he's riding with one arm or what? Like, he was in second.
Yep.
We were all okay. No problem. He was either going to get first or second. You know, it was going to be a great night. That start was amazing. I watched it like 3 times. He just about clipped that tough block. He just squeezed in there. Great work. And dude, those guys, the top journalists were like, nothing's wrong. He's just going backwards. And I'm like, wow. So off night. Yeah. Started with the air filter.
I don't think the answer is yes, but is there any chance that he couldn't get Prado at the beginning, that messed him up at all?
I mean, I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
But I really think he was not feeling that great, like with the track. Like you could just tell he didn't have a great rhythm going.
JT did qualify quickest though, you know.
No,
like
I'm saying in the main.
Yeah.
I'm saying in the main. He just didn't look like he had a great rhythm going in the main. And the track was beat to hell for sure. Like it was really, really beat to hell. And I truly believe he got to a certain place where those guys were pulling away from him. And you're just like, I can't beat him tonight. And it's just like, okay, am I going to like really send it here and just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, even though I'm losing time and maybe crash? Or I'm probably going to get third either way. So I might as well just pack it in here. Like it doesn't matter. If they beat me by 30 seconds or 3 seconds, I'm still getting third tonight. There's not much I can do about it. And I think that's where that huge gap comes in. I think he just realized that was the best he was going to do. And he wasn't going to do anything stupid trying to force it when he was going to get third no matter what he did.
So looking at the track, I wasn't there again, but was this a little bit like Australia? Hard pack with some gravel and rocks on top?
It was. I mean, it wasn't as hard as Australia, but conceptually, sure.
Yeah, I was wondering if that's maybe a little bit of a kryptonite surface, because Anaheim isn't Anaheim anymore. Like it's not what Anaheim used to be. What Australia was, no longer. And now I'm thinking, is this the hardest packed gravelly track we've had so far?
He's so good at Glendale that I would think,
no, you're right.
they would be fine. And I kind of thought, well, now that he's gone away from the scoop tire, it's no big deal.
Yep.
So I don't know, but he definitely didn't look very. I watched him really closely in the main because there wasn't a lot of battling happening, so I was able to kind of like look out and see what he's doing. He just didn't look very good. Like he just was casing a lot of stuff, didn't look comfortable to me. So I would bet you that after he's just like, yeah, man, I just did, either the settings were off and he, like how often has something been off and he's just like, yeah, I couldn't push. And if it's not right, I'm not going to try to just go crazy and push through it. It just felt like one of those nights for him.
And look, man, lost on all of this. If he rode Yamaha still, that air filter doesn't come out like that. And he makes the main out of the heat.
Did it matter though?
Yeah.
Did it matter?
Yeah, Weege, I went there.
Great point. Great point.
Thank you.
What's interesting seeing that little the trumpet there inside the airbox.
Yeah, there was probably like a double freak out. Like, oh, we're screwed in this heat, and also no one's supposed to see anything.
Right. Yeah.
Like the one time that they had to take one of Forrest's guys on the BTO KTM team, they had to take the seat off at the gate, and they were like freaking out that the TV cameras could see under the seat.
Yeah, for because they had a factory ECU, right? That's what they were running for a while.
I'm sure.
Did you see that? Or did you notice that? Like I
heard something about it, but I didn't notice it. It's just like an air
really clearly.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what it was, and then I did some research on it, kind of figure out what it was. But
is it an injector?
But no, basically it makes the airflow more even, and then you get more power from what I had read.
Okay,
I'm probably misspeaking a little bit, but it manipulates the airflow.
There's a lot of stuff going on with that, with the air boxes, because the Yamaha's got that advantage, and one of the advantages because the air's coming in from the front, and air velocity means you can add more fuel. So if you shape the air quicker, you can add more fuel. That adds more horsepower. Blah,
That's
blah,
exactly what it's doing. Yep.
So yeah, there is some of that going on. Yeah, off night for Eli for sure.
Is anyone worried that we've seen this from Eli before and it's meant nothing? Is anyone worried that this is something?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I'm with you.
Right. But he's nine back now, man. And Weege, you said it perfectly. First of all, by the way, going back to the TV show, I praised you, Weege, before you left on that graphic because JT did a good job on that. We all know that I'm the best analyst of the three of us on this show, but I have to say, Weege, when we came into the season, you're talking about Hunter and you're like, and this is going back to Hunter. I forgot that I was going to praise you. You're like, he beats Eli Tomac all the time. He beats Chase Sexton all the time.
Yeah, I just think it was over the confidence part and the breakthrough. Oh, can he get there? And I'm like, I guarantee you, he's like, what do you mean? I'm already there. Yeah, I've already.
No, it's a good point. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't in Supercross, but he doesn't.
Right, but
many other times.
Hey, you used to have a golden rule, Steve. You used to say when Zacho and Ferrandis won outdoors, you used to say, if I ever use 450 motocross as a prediction for Supercross, I think it was punch you or something like that. But now you've got the hybrid track. It's not like these freaking. Is the Vegas SMX track that different from the Supercross? So now it's like it's repeatable. And really, here's all that really matters. It's just, do the riders believe it? And I am sure that Hunter did not feel that, oh my God, Eli Tomac's unbeatable going into Supercross.
No.
If he believes it, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Especially Hunter, right? He is even keel and all of that.
Yeah, I think that's why he hasn't been in this crazy celebratory mode like people expect him to be, because I don't think he feels like this is a massive breakthrough like it would appear in the stat sheet.
He's 9 up, and he doesn't beat himself. Great starts, great white stripe positioning, great heat races, great starts. He doesn't beat himself. And this might take 3 races for Eli to be flawless to get 9 back. And now we're left with 3 rounds to go, It
will be very interesting. And I know Hunter, like, up until that point, his best race ever was Denver. So he was really good there too. But Eli's really good at Salt Lake. So if it comes down to a heads up, you don't want to be within 3 points going into Salt Lake if you're Hunter, for sure.
Well, Weege, we know 1-2, 1-2 the rest of the way, Weege.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, at this point, you're almost going to, if you're Tomac's camp, you got to hope for a little bit of racing luck to mix in.
Yeah. And who knows? Yeah, it could happen for sure. It's not like Hunter's starts are Prado level. They're good, but he's tangled up with bars and, first turns and stuff like that. Yeah.
But I will say, what he put on display, I mean, he was faster than Webb in the heat race, right? Like, we can agree on that?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, probably.
I think you're seeing that is also one of Hunter's strengths. I think he's like, yeah, dude, if it's there, I'll take it, but I'm not doing anything crazy to win a heat race. And then Eli ran into a guy to make a pass in a heat race. Like he's good at that too.
Should have got license points for that.
The Seattle is really the only one in a long time, and I think that's why you saw Hunter so mad at himself, is because he doesn't do that. He doesn't make that mental critical error. You know?
Right. And
dude, and he was like he was really felt bad about Seattle, like in interviews, and he went over to Kenny, like he felt like shit, like you said. Motorsport.com, go through the banner on Pulpmx to help us out. OEM and aftermarket parts. So if you're Weege and you need parts for who knows?
I'm working on stuff all the time.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're a huge tinkerer. You're out in the garage.
Actually today, I don't know if this is good or bad. I had to change the air filter. My wife drives a Volvo, and the Euros always do crazy over-engineered stuff. To change the air filter in it, you have to use Torx. Most cars have clips.
Yeah.
You have to have Torx. And I'm like, I know. I had this beautiful, intense mountain bike Torx kit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a mountain bike kit. Am I going to break either the wrench or the car by using these Torx?
Probably.
Successful or no?
I got to change the cabin air filter, and then I ran out of time. We have not gotten into the engine bay yet.
All right. Okay.
TBD.
Keep us informed. Motorsport.com. They got a sweepstakes where you can win a Pulpmx replica YZ250 as well. Fly Racing's got weekly prizes with those guys as well. Firepower, of course, a subsidiary company of WPS. Pulpmx code saves at flyracing.com. Thank you to those guys for coming aboard. Motorsport.com. Justin Cooper, 4th. Malcolm, really good. Season best for Mookie. 5th place for Malcolm, so good job for that. Jay Coop's getting better.
Hey, Steve.
Jay Coop. Yep.
I asked Mookie, I asked him if it was the season best and how did he feel about it. Can you guess what his reaction is?
I don't know.
Doesn't know, doesn't care.
Oh, yeah.
Just probably. Back to our classic.
Yeah.
What was it, Weimer and Shorty?
Yeah.
You were hyping up a battle for 3rd or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
He could not have possibly. He didn't even know if it was the season best. If you're not on the podium, it doesn't matter what you finished.
Yeah. He was in the running for the toughest year out of any racer. Aaron Plessinger just grabbed the crown for that this weekend. But between Mookie and Aaron, it was going south a lot for those guys. But Mookie's turned it around lately, riding better. That save after Indianapolis, by the way, you guys finally got to see it on social media, is incredible through the whoops. The save that Malcolm, I spoke about it on the last review. So Justin Cooper's getting better too. Jay Coop's riding better. Actually that win at Indy maybe helped out confidence-wise a little bit. So he's stepping up. Webb 6th, Coop fell before the finish there. Not ideal for Coop. Jorge Prado 7th. Big practice crash. Oh my God. Big practice crash.
Big one.
Yeah. Damn. And then got the whole shot, led almost the whole lap, and Prado rode pretty well, I think.
He can go to Hunter and say, "Oh, I thought you said I would pull over for Tomac." Like I was waiting for it to happen.
He actually pulled away from Eli a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a little bit alarming.
Yeah. So Prado's podium at A1.
No, it's valid. He's been really good. I have no qualms with his podium.
This is not a Seb Tortelli Coliseum?
Not for me. He's been too good. He's qualified too well. He won another heat race after that.
He did.
I do not think it's like that.
All right. Carry on. Colt Nichols, 8th. That came out of nowhere. I mean, we are losing some guys. Like we lost Joey Savach this weekend, but
Bogo called it. I don't know where it was. It was on RDL.
Weed Show.
I don't know where was it?
Weed Show.
Weed Show, yes. I was walking through the pits listening to it. That's why I thought it was RDL.
Thank you.
He said that Colt was going to have his best race because Bogle was racing, and there's no way in hell that he was going to let Bogle beat him. So he was going to be ripping all weekend.
That was literally going to be my point. Does Colt Nichols' performance include, I can't let this guy that hasn't raced for 4 years and my best friend beat me vibes? Yeah?
That was Bogle's take.
Yeah. Not far off. Yeah.
I did hear Nichols talk to Lewis after, and he said, this is hilarious. He has 4 bikes. He has a race bike. He's got a practice bike in California, a practice bike in Oklahoma, and a practice bike in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And he figured out that the other 3, the 3 practice bikes, he was insinuating that the race bike wasn't the same. And they just figured out, I think, what the problem was.
Okay.
That's what he gave credit to.
All right. Okay. Moving on.
I've always wondered that, Steve. You're the mechanic. The guys test during the week. Then what happens? You test on a different bike on Thursday and decide this is good. And then what? You go to the track on Friday and then build that setting with what's in the truck?
Yeah, you build the setting that you wanted. Sometimes you fly with the part if you need to. Sometimes you ship it overnight.
Okay.
The difference between practice bikes and race bikes for us and test bikes were just the wheels back then, and I'm sure now it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just Yamaha budget. We didn't the guys that stock wheels. Otherwise, they were the same bikes. But yeah, absolutely. Whatever you develop during the week, you bring to the races for sure.
Kitchen told us on Friday. I think I was with JB, maybe, that they have not had enough parts for good engines for practice bikes for everybody. So he now has the same engine as he races on, which is like huge. He said it just on the start. He's like, on the track, I don't really care. But the starts, it has been so hard. He practices, starts all week. And then he gets on his race bike on the weekend. He's like, holy hell, this thing's fast. Yeah. He blows the start every time. So, but now apparently they're on the same engine.
Jordan Smith, 9th. Good job.
Kitchen did whole shot. So maybe there's something there.
Jordan was 10th, but Marchbanks crossed that holy divide of plastic stakes and was dropped 1 position. So Jordan got 9th, but Jordan should have got 10th, and Marchbanks got 9th, but should have got 10th. Good job for Jordan Smith, though. Coming around.
Is that 2 good ones in a row?
That's 2 in a row. Yeah, 2 in a row for Jordan. Justin Hill, 11th. There was a point where Hill was on the board. He was spicy in one of the qualifiers.
You can see the breakout race coming. Like there's going to be a 5th place from Justin Hill coming. Like it's brewing, not getting any headlines. It's just you can see it just simmering there, and he's about to do it.
Shane McElrath, 12th. Vince, 13th. Hard Dog's riding better. Again, we got injuries. I get it. Chase is coming back, I think, this weekend. Let's hope. But still 14th for Hardline. He's getting in through the heats. He's riding better.
Yeah, I agree.
Mitchell Harrison got into it with Roxon, I guess, in qualifying. I saw Mitchell Harrison, and we talked about Mitchell being a little bit of thorn in Hunter Lawrence's side. Now it's Kenny's yelling at him. Yeah.
Well, it was funny because we had a whole TV show basically built around just ruining Mitchell Harrison on Saturday, because we wanted to visit that lap rider topic dating back to Indy. And for whatever reason, Mitchell Harrison just became, for every graphic, JT did his fantastic lap time analysis. He decided to pick Hunter Lawrence and Mitchell Harrison. Yeah, who'd been lapped the most as a graphic this year. Of course, Mitchell Harrison was on the top of it, which sadly is actually a compliment, because that means he's made more mains than probably the other guys that get lapped. So
him and Vince,
I'm like, man, it's going to be a tough one on Mitchell Harrison. And then I look across the track and he's getting yelled at. It's great.
Him and Vince have been in almost every main. I think they've made every main, when the field was stacked, So they've had good seasons for sure.
Ever since me in the first practice going, who's that 719 guy? He looks really good.
Yeah. He really caught JT's eye out there.
Moment of the year.
Yeah.
Moment of the year. I've decided that the practice incidents, guys cutting each other off, and we saw about 10 of them this weekend. You know how every NBA player reacts to when a foul is called? It's always, what?
Yeah.
What? That's every rider's reaction.
Yeah, very rarely do you get the, sorry, man, my bad.
No, it's always, what? There was lots of whats out there this Saturday.
Freddie Noren, 16th. Craig crashed. He wasn't on TV at all, but Craig said he crashed in the same spot twice in the main. So rough night for
It happens a lot at Birmingham. Remember, Benny Bloss crashed 3 times in the same corner.
Yep. Bogle made his return to racing, 891 in the program, number 1 in your heart, 18th place for Bogle. So
did you hear Weege show after the race? Bogle helps Nichols pick his gate, then realizes he's basically missed his own gate pick. And then is like, oh no, the only gate left is the one next to Nichols. And then of course they go handlebar to handlebar as soon as they come out of the gate. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's great. Cole Thompson, 19th. I just heard this in the ether that Cole Thompson and Cade Clayson were just taking runs at each other nonstop all main event. And eventually Cade pulled out, just got knocked down and went home.
What?
No love lost. Yes, no love lost between these two, I guess. But Cole Thompson's got it out for a lot of guys, and it's kind of
the Cole Thompson part to me is not surprising at all.
No, he's a bit of a goof, and so now he took down Cade, and now we'll see.
It was no moss for Cade?
Yeah, no moss.
I've had
Something
enough.
happened. Yeah, I've had enough. I'm sitting in the mechanics area. I'm done. So again, in our insane rules that we have, 22nd place in the main event gets no points. Yep. Welcome back, Cade. Good job making the main. Congrats on no points.
It could be worse. You could be Evan Ferry.
Yeah.
Negative.
Yep.
Negative points.
Negative points.
Free Evan. Again, AMA upset. So AP's okay? Hobbled off, took his boot off, walked away.
I've never seen a person take their boot off that fast before.
Listen, props to AP. These factory guys, they're degaff about their bike. Never mind a boot. That guy carried the boot all the way back. Good job, Aaron.
He definitely left his bike laying in the middle of the track, though.
Yes, he did do that. But why was the boot so valuable?
I couldn't imagine. So anytime I've ever hurt my foot, I'm like, I don't want to take the boot off. It's going to be
boot
worse.
off. Yes, it's going to
He
get worse.
immediately wanted that boot off.
Yeah. Maybe he got a bee in it. Did we
Maybe
ever
it has one of those
anybody
intake trumpets in it, and it's proprietary. No one can see what's in that boot.
Yeah, good point. Maybe it's a special boot.
It's a works boot.
Dude, I've never seen a rider care about a boot like that ever.
You're totally right, JT. Like, it's 180. I did a riding school 2 years ago, and I crashed, and I'm like, oh, I definitely broke my foot. But I'll just keep my boot on, and I will be able to ride for the next 4 hours and complete this school. And it was no problem. Like,
Yeah,
it's
JT,
the
you screwed
exact
up.
opposite of what you should do.
You screwed up when Matt Bonney broke your leg. You took your boot off. You could have kept racing all weekend.
Yeah. Actually,
All weekend.
Orlando 06, I think.
Orlando
Sellers
05,
broke
I
my-
got mechanic of the night. Do you
Oh,
remember
really?
that?
Brock
Yeah.
Sellers hit me, broke my big toe. I knew it was broken, but I was like, this boot can't come off until the main event's
Right.
over. Like I had to go to the LCQ. He hit me in the heat race. I had to go to the LCQ, won the LCQ, race the main event. And I'm like, this boot is not coming off until after the main. I know there's
Wow.
a lot of blood in there. No matter what, it's not coming off. And then after, it was like a crime scene inside my boot. But it was the only way. Had we taken my boot off, I would have not been able to race again. There's just no way.
So we pretty much, Aaron must have got stung by a bee.
It's probably
There's
the
a-
most likely
Yeah.
scenario. Yes.
A bee was in his boot. He was like, get out of here, bee. No, Weege?
I don't know if I subscribe to that one.
I mean, it's a terrible
Okay.
take, but I have nothing to push back with.
Yeah.
AMA
It's a
should
year
have
from
talked
hell.
Aaron.
I will give it that.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it is tough for AP.
We used to
I
get to
keep-
fly private home.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why I was thinking he was okay, because I just saw no cast or nothing or whatever. I don't know.
He's
KTM
body
PR
is
said he's all right.
shit,
Should
though.
be back for Detroit.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Okay. So KTM PR said he's good. I was going to, I talked to him. Despite me saying he wouldn't qualify for the night show, he still talks to me every weekend. And
It's too ridiculous to even be mad at.
he's like, hey, when am I getting on the show or something? And I said, well, let's wait for a good weekend. And dude, we are still waiting. It is. He's not been on all year. We're going to just wait. We're just going to wait.
I mean, it's
So-
been from the jump, man. Cooper Webb
Yeah.
just blasts him in the heat race.
Yes.
And
His
we're off
best
and running.
friend.
We're
His
off
best
and running.
friend. It's just, let's get this year started.
let's
God.
give you a whole shot to get your hopes
Yep.
up. And then we're just going
Yep.
to beat the shit out of you every
Yeah.
step of the way from here.
Dude, it's incredible.
See that checkered flag? Nope. Step through the bars. Right over the
Yep.
over the bars at A2.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
dude. It has just been one thing after another for AP. Poor Aaron. All right, that's the 450 class from Birmingham. Thank you to the guys at Maxxis Tires for coming on board. Vince Freeze, Mitchell Harrison. Maxxis Tires athletes doing great things out there with Maxxis Tires, making main events. Jeremy McGrath helped develop these tires. They got a scoop tire now. They got mountain bike tires, UTVs. They're really good in those. So thank you to Maxxis Tires for coming on board. Light truck tires. I got a Maxxis hat on because my hair is all janky from a bicycle ride. Maxxis.com for more information on that. Fly racing, of course. Pulpmx code saves with fly racing. Thank you to those guys. Use that code and save. Get the same gear that Cooper Webb wears when he blasts AP off the track at Anaheim 1. He's wearing fly racing. Pulpmx code saves. And Weege on X Maps.
Yep, they've got now like 700,000 miles of trails mapped out. They keep adding miles because the app keeps getting better. They keep adding features. They've even got classes on there now where you can learn trail prep, trail cleanup, meet up with other people to work on trails, to build trails. They're really into it. And that's just the trail side, because they've also got like a hunting version of the app and a hiking version of the app. So check out onxmaps.com or onx Offroad in the App Store. And more so, I feel like if you're out west, although they do list private land. There's more private land riding in the East. They'll even, I couldn't believe it. I was actually looking at it last week, and like there's random pieces of farmland near my house, and they'll tell you what company owns it on this app. It's pretty wild.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you to those guys. All right, 250 Showdown. It's the only reason that I was bummed for not going. I did want to watch this. Deegs rode great. So we did a couple of janky shows this week with Zacho, A-Ray, Fly Race and Moto 60 shows. I think I did another one. I did something. Anyways, I said to these guys, I'm like, look, dude, if Deegs doesn't get a start, like, I don't think he can rip through these guys. I just don't. Like Davies and Joe and Levi, like, he's got to get a top 5 starter. If he doesn't get that, I don't think he's going to win. And Zacho agreed, and Alex Ray agreed, and we all went on our merry way. And then Deegs went from 10th to 1st. So great job on my on-track analyst job.
Yeah.
Resume. Looks like I will not get that job because, yeah, man, I thought these guys were going to get too far ahead of them. I just thought they were going to. No.
They had nothing
Right?
for him.
Nothing.
Nothing.
See ya. Yeah, great job, Hayden Deegan.
Yeah.
Man, and you know he's been riding a 450 probably, right? He's getting ready for that. Like maybe he's not. He's got a huge lead. There's a lot of reasons why Hayden could not put as much of a charge on, or not feel as comfortable. All of that. Nope, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I did not think for sure, like, that I think it was the best guy, probably. But I didn't know he had gotten to the point in Supercross where it is now just like the playoff hybrid tracks or motocross, where it literally doesn't matter where he starts.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter where you go, he'll just pass you in some other line. It's not even hard for him to pass these guys. Like, he didn't even look like he was riding that crazy. Like,
no,
Deegs is not afraid of hanging out. I feel like he just rode his pace, and at no point was he afraid of, oh, I might need to twist it a little harder.
That
I didn't even know he had gotten to
Joe,
that point in
the
Supercross.
pass on Joe where he just literally like went over the tiniest like 3-footer.
Yeah.
It made up 5 feet on Joe. You're just like, wow. Okay.
I mean, this was the definition of a statement race.
Yeah.
It was.
We did speak, JT and I, to Hayden on Friday, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So JT had been making this point as the on-track analyst. But the 2 areas where Deegan needed to improve was whoops and starts to really figure the Supercross thing out.
Yep.
And I don't know, sometimes there's been an icy relationship between Deegs and JT on the podium, Steve. I don't know if you've caught this.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked to Deegs. He was not worried about the Showdown because the 2 things he had really perfected and really honed in on in Supercross this year was whoops and starts. And JT is 3 feet away from it, and I could just see JT on the inside just rubbing his hands together. Oh, interesting. JT said nothing. He said nothing. But the man was vindicated.
I couldn't say anything. I was flabbergasted.
Didn't he make a comment earlier? Like, you always saying my starts are no good or something, like on the podium, one of these races. I thought he said something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's absolutely true.
I know. And like that's what I struggled with so bad. I'm not saying you suck. You're awesome. Like, clearly you're awesome. All I'm saying is, if you want to go win 450 titles, if you ask me, what do I think you need to get better at? This is it. Like, that's as simple as it gets. And like now that he's like crushing everyone, he like, how did you get better? Well, I got my starts and my whoops better. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
Also, shout out to him. He just literally said, he basically just copied Anstey for the starts and just copied Davies for the whoops.
Yeah. You know what I really think it is? I really think it's, and he's said as much. He wants to draw motivation from people saying anything. Anybody chirping, anybody using anything. So when I go and say, hey, this is where I think he needs to be better, he's like, perfect. Give me all of that. And I'm just going to run with it. And like, he shouldn't care what I think at all. Truly. He should not care what I think at all. But I think he's like, yep, going to use that. And I'm going to hammer down now just to show you, Mr. Broadcast guy, that means nothing. I don't think it's like truly it's just how he operates. He uses that stuff as motivation. And I don't think like he could really tell me that I was like wrong, because I don't think I was wrong. I just don't think he doesn't like criticism, and he uses it in every way humanly possible to better himself. I really think that's what it comes down to.
He smashed him this weekend by a lot, more than 100%. I thought, and
killed him.
Cole Davies took the win though, because the AMA are drunk and high, but Cole Davies gets the win.
It's a really bad call in my mind. It's a really bad call.
Oh, horrific. I just don't understand. Like, no penalties at Indy, no penalties at Dallas. We're moving on, but this we are going to clamp down on. Like, God damn, dude. Okay, said enough about that. Good job, Cole Davies, and does in the end help Star Racing because he puts 3 extra points on Seth Hammaker, who got Joe on the last lap. And Joe, what are we doing, Joe? This has been. I thought he got better at this. We laughed at about his passes at Cowie days. Then he seemed to get better, and now he's back to being, I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. The guy, like his attempts are just, they're costing him time. He half-asses it. He doesn't really go all the way and complete something. This weekend he had a chance, and Davies like scared him, and he just rode off the track like, I gotta go. Like, Joe, what are we doing, brother?
We were making fun of him on Friday, and the reason JT and I talked to Deegan and Shimoda, they gave us extra time to talk to the Showdown guys for TV before the official press day began. So we were kind of making fun of Joe for these horrific pass attempts already, the Arlington one being the worst, and some other bad ones. He admitted that he has been terrible with passing, but he said part of it was he had really been struggling with the feel of the front end of the bike, and he would think that he could hold that inside line, and then he realized he couldn't, and then he would go straight, and then it looked terrible. But he did think they had it fixed because they tested since Indy. But, dude, it's one thing to not be able to pass. Like, we used to make fun of, say, Dungey wasn't able to make passes. But this is like an art form of when he does attempt to pass, he ends up screwing himself and not passing the guy. Like, he loses it. Every time he tries to pass a guy in front of him, he gets passed by someone else.
It's not good. Seth got him. Seth got the last spot on the podium because Joe was dicking around out there. I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Racecraft's not
my
very
friend
good.
Lars, I got a chance to talk to Lars and deep exclusive stuff. And Lars is also like, yeah, it doesn't seem like he's doing that well with that stuff. And I'm like, no, man. Kitchen. So as I said, I texted some top journalists about Eli, and I also texted some top journalists about Levi, and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, nothing.
His back's hurt.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yep.
His back,
Okay.
Yeah, his back's hurt. He's going to get an MRI Monday.
Okay. All right. So we do have an issue that these journalists didn't know about. Got it.
I don't think anybody knew about it till after the race.
Okay. Yeah. Like that is, he can't be stoked. That's not good for sure. Because he was leading and he's looking good. He was riding really well.
Yeah, he took it to Davies. If you're able to do that,
yeah,
you got something special. And then
Davies was kind of like, I mean, look, he won the race with some help, but yeah, kind of like Joe reeled him in.
I mean, he said he rode like crap.
Yeah, he wasn't right. He wasn't happy. Yeah. And I agree. Just didn't look great. Seth. Yeah, it was just like you kept like, oh, he's gone. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Oh, now he's gone. No, wait, no, he's not. You know.
This is their shot, man. He's vulnerable. It's only his second year, and we don't get the Trey Kennard, Ryan Dungey, Adam Cincerulo. You know, the guys don't win titles as rookies anymore. For whatever reason, experience matters more than it used to.
Yep.
But if they don't get him this year, good luck.
Yeah. Is Pierce Brown okay? What ended up happening there?
He walked off.
He crashed out.
I don't know what the injury is. Maybe Weege knows more, but he did walk off.
That's all I got. I don't know.
Colin Park put his shoulder out, right? Somebody said?
That's what it looked like to me.
Oh, okay. Yep.
From where at my vantage point, that's exactly what it looked like.
Dax Bennett 6th, Anstey 7th. Anstey was a little lighter, right? Less than the appendix. So I don't know if they had to do suspension changes for that or not. So again, I do these stupid shows, and I said on one of the stupid shows, I said, hey, somebody good is going to miss the main event. It's just a showdown. This is what happened. The West is pretty weak, so I think somebody good from the East will miss the main event. Somebody picked Dudney. I said, I think one of the that was you?
No, I picked him for fantasy. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, somebody picked Dudney to miss the main, like as a big name guy, right? Because the West was pretty standard, like just with lack of depth. So I went with one of the club guys, and that got out there into the ether that I said this, and now my guy Devin Simonson is telling me to Ligma on texts. Ligma.
You sponsor him.
I know. He literally runs a Pulpmx sticker. He's an athlete. But I had to pick someone because I'm not one of these pussy media guys that like don't. I had to do it, man. I thought a little Devin, and
it was the Ides of March a week ago, so perfect. Stabbing your own guy right in the back.
I don't know what that means. But anyway, is that like Caesar?
Yeah.
Brutus?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's March 15th.
Okay. So, listen, I had to pick someone. I was on the spot. I picked Little Devin, and he rode great, and he got 11th, and he made the main. Both club guys. Look, the club guys, they didn't. There was no stress. It was basically like a scrimmage out there in the heat races.
Yeah.
So I was a little off on that also, by the way. Good job, Pulpmx. I always believed in you.
Their starts are out of this world right now.
Yeah. No, twisted development. YZs. Who was okay? So Thrasher 10th, Simonson 11th, Yoder 12th, Dudney, Schwartz, Turner, Varese.
Yamahas were 7 through 15.
Yeah,
that isn't insane.
Blue Crew. What'd we think of Romano?
About what I expected.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
He was ripping when he first got on the bike in press day, and then that was the end of that. Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, he got in the main, but it wasn't.
I mean, he hasn't been racing, man. It's like he jumps in partially through the series. Like
again,
hard to do.
We talked about it on my dumb shows. I said I think if he makes the main, that'll be a good job. Like I thought he was a bubble guy.
About what I expected, I don't mean that in a negative tone. It's just about what I thought he would do.
Yeah, like he'll make mains on now when we head east, but in a showdown, I'm like, oh boy, you know.
No, he'll be a main event guy, but like 9 to 12, I think is a fair pass.
Biggest surprise, Weege, for you in the showdown?
First, I was just going to mention, not biggest surprise, but Parker Ross didn't make it. Does that count?
Yes.
Does that count as like that's the guy that should be in mains that didn't make main?
Sure. Yeah. Parker Ross.
Okay,
that could count. Yeah,
he's not a factory guy, and I think I got the Rocky Mountain ATVMC bonus money, which I'm like, I don't know if he's really. It's a privateer. Biggest surprise, good or bad?
Yeah.
What? Ryder D, I don't know what happened. What happened?
Rear brake problem.
Rear brake screw that goes into the swing arm backed out.
Oh, wow. Okay. Because I really thought he was going to show something. And maybe he would have. Maybe that's not fair. But, yeah.
Well, he did show something in practice with Deegs.
Yeah, he's not having it.
Ripping. He fast qualifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, dude, this could be... If Ryder D podiums in a showdown, which I thought he could do, that would be pretty impressive, but didn't materialize.
All right, JT, biggest surprise for you in the showdown?
It's a good question.
That's what I do. I do good questions.
I would say Kitchen falling apart, but if he was hurt, then that is not necessarily fair, but it's still true.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. For me, the way Kitchen rode Seattle, you tell me he's up front, I think he's for sure getting on the podium.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll just see how his back is. I half expected Nate Thrasher to win. I'm just like, oh, this is such a Nate race right here. This is just, it's all lining up for Nate to pull this off, of course, because that's what he does.
Yeah.
But no. So I guess the East is best. East has 4 out of the top 5.
East is definitely deeper.
Yeah, I think we knew that anyways, right?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I think if Anstey is on A1 form and Hymas is healthy and Ryder D's bike doesn't break and Kitchen is healthy, it's a different conversation, but none of those things are true. So with what we have, the East is deeper.
Yeah. Fair. Brunt Work Wear, by the way, the Omen boot, the Marin boot, use the code Pulpmxshow to save with Brunt Work Wear. Great boots right out of the box. You know who wears Brunt Work Wear? Pedro. Richard Martin. Sterling. Oops. Richard Sterling. Prado's guy. He wears Omen's. Jelly, who used to be Anderson's guy and is now Bogle's guy, he's got Omen Marin boots. So, yeah, check out Marin's. They're comfy right out of the box. 2 different sizes, or 2 different colors, I should say, 2 different styles as well. They've got clothing as well. They're blue collar. They started it that way, and they're going that way. Brunt Workwear, man. Love these guys. Pulpmxshow. Code saves it. Brunt Workwear on clothes or boots or whatever it is. So thank you to those guys. And, of course, Maxxis, Renthal, motorsport.com, and Fly Racing, flyracing.com. Code Pulpmx to save. Check out Fly Racing if you can. JT, I'm back. I know you've been waiting for this. I was a fan of the F16 gloves.
Yep.
I've been wearing those. But now the last couple of times riding, I think I'm back to those media gloves, those mesh media gloves.
Okay.
Yeah. Really like
built,
those.
built for mountain bikes, but yes, you and Andrew Short both. Your choice.
Yep. Legends. Some people say legends. All right. Anything else on the 250 class? We're going to Detroit, East Coast. Davies has a 5-point lead now. No, 6-point. 6-point lead for Davies going into Detroit. So, by the way, Seth Amaker, the only non-Yamaha rider to win this year in the 250 class. So,
yeah, wow.
Good job, Seth. Hopefully Pierce Brown's all right. Futures, Pulpmx's own Vince Way pulls off his first win. Son of Nick. Awesome. Great job for Vince. Yeah, he rode really well, man. He's definitely staying on two wheels more often. He got a little bit of a break with the star guys all taking each other out. Hopefully Landon Gordon's all right. He got run over. Good job, Vince Way, though. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, I didn't see him much. You know, I see what the people see at home, and we were watching battles. But but I was assuming he was smooth and not
just cruising. Yeah.
Because the speed wasn't the problem, right? It was the consistency in the past. But
right. Yeah,
that was good.
That was really cool. Good to see, right? It's a long time coming. He's raced a lot of these futures. He was always younger. So when I would ask Nick, like, what the hell why is he crashing, Nick? Nick's like, he's younger. He's like not physically as big as some of these guys. He'll grow into it. He'll get better. It's exactly what's happened. It's almost like Nick Way knows what he's doing.
I mean, he still had some big crashes though. Like Houston, huge crash, right? Like
fair. Yeah. But I feel like not as much. Like last year.
I'm not trying to come down on him. I'm just saying it's still a point of emphasis that needs to continue to get better, but it is getting better.
Yeah, Pulpmx's own. We got Simonson and we got Vince Way. It's fantastic.
He's always believed in the amateur racing.
You know me. Yeah, you know me. Also, man, I heard Jalik Swoll did his Achilles again. Is that
brutal, man?
Dude, damn. That is a long-ass recovery. It's his third one, right?
Other one, I heard.
Yeah. But third one, he's done.
I heard. That's what I heard. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man.
Did you guys see the Steve? I know you're super up on this stuff, but go check out Deacon Deno's picture of his ankle that he posted today.
Oh, yeah.
It is ridiculous.
Dude, well then, knowing that, he still rode pretty good in the main, right?
Yeah.
He got like a fifth or sixth or something. Right.
I just didn't know how bad.
Yeah.
So like I knew he was like fighting through it, but man, his ankle, it doesn't even look like a foot. It's so big.
Looks like Lewis's head.
I don't know that it looks like Lewis's head, but it's really swollen.
Okay. Fair. Yeah, I saw you guys had him on the practice with his foot dangling, right? He just rode off with his foot
I was
off,
terrified he tore his Achilles. Truly.
Right.
I really thought he did. So happy that wasn't the case.
Dude, how about, and speaking of Jalik, we wish him well. He's a good kid, good dude. How about Triumph in the MX2?
Yeah, man.
Dude,
1-2.
Down to McClellan, yeah.
Right?
Incredible.
McClellan's got the points, the red plate. Yeah, what's going on over there? It's a good job. Fly Racing Zone, Lucas Coonan, too. 1-1.
Yeah, he killed those guys.
Yeah, he absolutely. Yep. Yeah, good job to him. All right, we're on to Detroit. So, I think we've talked about Racer X's own Chris Kiefer's kid, Aiden, top 10. Good job, Aiden. Almost put the start from dude.
Whole shot.
Twisted Development. If you got a KX250, get it to Twisted Development because that was a start, man. Yeah. So good job, Aiden. I know his Daytona didn't go as well as he would hope. But Aiden did good. And then so Chris told me, I just got the phone with him like an hour ago. Chris is like, dude, when I go to these races, all I do is defend you. I just walk around defending you. I'm like, wait, what? And he says, ask Weege. So Weege?
Yeah, it's honestly one of the greatest tricks I've ever had. Like, I'm always the good cop and you're the bad cop. It's been...
Who's attacking you?
People. Kiefer says people are like, I don't think Steve likes me.
That's not defending.
No, not that. Usually they just don't... No, I don't usually hear they don't think you like them. I just hear they don't like you.
Okay, fair. But then Kiefer said this one was people saying that I don't think Steve likes me.
Well, we did have to get to the bottom of the Sarah Whitmore situation on Friday because Sarah came to the race.
Clear that up. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, we had to get... Sarah came to the race. She works for Racer X 2 days a week. She wanted to come to a race. Then she got drafted to do spotting for TV. And I said, hey, hang out with Tommy Tenders. He's going to be shooting some videos with Kiefer. I didn't know if Kiefer even knew her. Oh, Kiefer does. Kiefer started talking the way Kiefer does. 2 chicks about chicks. It was hilarious and it was great. And then we visited that she was at Donations and she thought you hated her, Steve. JT, wait, did I have this right? JT, you thought she hated you.
I wasn't sure because I
Yes.
said hi to her, and I didn't
Right.
think she even acknowledged it, but she actually did say hi, and I didn't hear it.
Wow.
Okay, so then I had Kiefer breaking it down. Kiefer has his way with how people should treat each other and chick stuff. It was great. It was fantastic.
Well, I got nothing. I don't know. I mean, I was Team Jessica Patterson back in those days because Jessica wore X brand, but I have no hate comms towards Sarah Whitmore. I've barely spoken to her. Yeah, no idea. So, but
Maybe that's the
Kiefer said
problem.
there's a lot of defending me going on out there when he goes to the races. So, and then Red Dog's like, yeah, dude, all the amateur parents they think you hate him, which is probably fair.
Probably
but,
do.
Yeah, but yeah, man, tough out there. So,
Hey, tell Red Dog to just calm his kid down. That was horrific. That was worst pass in the history of the sport, apparently.
Steve's the one
Dude.
that did like father, like son.
yeah. Yeah, but then, okay, JT, I tweet that out, and next thing you know, hours later, people think it's a Deegs thing.
Really?
Honestly,
Because
man.
I never clarified that, right? I never clarified it. I never
Yeah.
said Red Dog. I never hashtag
Honestly,
anything.
man, yeah, I didn't check Twitter till I got my hotel like 2 hours after the race, and I saw
Yeah.
that, and that is the first thing I thought.
really?
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Deegan thing, I would have never thought that because the Deegan thing was ridiculous. Like,
Yeah. No,
Brian
I was tweeting it about Evan
Brian
and
cut
Timmy.
like 15 seconds of racetrack off.
Yes.
Deegan cut like 6 inches of racetrack off.
Yeah.
My fear was that Steve was at a concert, didn't see what happened, only saw that Hayden got penalized, and then tweeted
yeah.
that.
No. Yeah. I probably should have put hashtag free Red Dog or something. My bad. But I mean, that pass that's an insane ruling. And now Evan Ferry is negative points on the year. The only other time I saw that happen, Tyson Hadsel, Salt Lake City, got fined 25 points for fuel along with DV and Chad. And he had only 15 points on the year or something. Tyson Hadsel went into the negative points. So, yeah, so Evan's got some work to do.
I got the same. I didn't get 25 points. I got my results taken away, my points taken away, and my money taken away in Phoenix. And I asked Steve Whitelock the next weekend if he wanted my firstborn child also.
Mhm.
When he brought me in the truck
Yeah.
to talk to me about it. And I said, you've taken everything I have. Do you want my firstborn child as well?
He'd still be waiting.
And he
He'd
went
still be
into
waiting.
he would. Then he went into a swearing tirade, and I left.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
See, that's why we want to praise the current AMA regime, because they don't just resort to swearing tirades. This should be going better. We believe in this group. They can be better.
We instituted the license points.
Have you ever
It's
seen?
perfect.
Have you
It's
guys
great.
seen? Have you seen Dune?
No.
No, my wife
We
loves
just-
it, but no.
We just not seen Dune.
So there's
My wife, that's solo for her.
there's a character, and it's what's his name? Skarsgård, I think is his last name. But he's
Sting?
He's like the main leader of the Harkonnen, and he's like gigantic. This is what Steve Whitelock. If you ever watch Dune or Dune 2, that is this character reminds me of Steve Whitelock. So maybe Google it. That's who this guy was.
Okay. Cool, man. So
You would
last
get
thing,
it if you watched the movie.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else about Birmingham? Around to Detroit?
Everybody
You
calls
got
it
this.
Burning Man. Do you know this?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's a lot of
Become the
Burning
thing,
Man.
yeah. Become the thing. Steve, you had some dinner story you want to share?
Yes, I did. I think I'm sharing this because we brought it up, I think, on this show before. I've got a buddy, Canadian buddy. I was best man at his wedding. Lives in Cayman Islands, half the year, loaded, right? He came to Glendale, and I invited you guys to dinner. And I said, like, look, great chance he pays. We're at a nice place. And I said, great chance he pays. I think we brought this up on the show, right?
We did.
I think we did.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And he didn't pay.
Yeah.
And it was a bit of a shocker.
You
And
did
I
buy
heard it.
appetizers.
Yeah. And I heard it from you two. And I also heard it from Lewis, who didn't go that night and then feels like he dodged a bullet, and all of this. My buddy Kurt, very generous soul. It was a shocker of the year they didn't pay. So he's on business again. He flies into Vegas here, and we go to Sammy Hagar concert, and we go mountain biking and all of that. And we go to the Golden Steer last night before the Sammy Hagar concert, and he buys dinner for me and my wife, and it's like $600.
Wow.
So I got the dinner that you guys didn't get.
Hey, you took care of us. You took
did.
care of us in Indy. I have no hate comms.
Oh, that's true.
I have no complaint.
Yeah.
You will not hear me complain about this anymore.
Okay. That's right. I did pay for Indy. I didn't think about. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm not
for
even
your
chiming
staff,
in
for your
because
pulp
of that.
people, for us.
Yeah, for
Adam
everybody.
seen Cerullo, you hooked up?
Well, he's not doing. I mean, he needs the help.
AC?
He's not doing well. Yeah.
Not doing well.
He's not doing well. So
Okay.
if I can help a little guy like that out, so he has more money than probably half the people in that restaurant combined. All right. Okay. Yeah. Listen, AMA, be better, please. Come on, man. Stop sucking, you guys. You guys have been sucking for 3 weeks.
Sucking.
And like the Dallas penalty was insane. The no penalty in Indy was insane. The no license points, anything. Like you guys thought along with me, there should be some license points doled out for what we saw at Indy, right? With these flappers. Like,
I don't know
Morant's?
what to do with the license points thing. I still haven't fully wrapped my head around the license points.
It's just
thing.
some way we can keep track of infractions, which is
Sure.
great because we never had that before.
Yeah, it's basically
Weege.
like this way, the fourth time you got in a way as a lapper isn't counted the same as the first time. Like, hey, we're looking at this. Apparently, you are a habitual line stepper, as you like to say, JT, according to this document we've kept. So now the penalty is going to get harsher. And by the way, they did penalize Freezy license points earlier in the year, right?
Yeah.
So it's been proven they can do it.
Can we just get some consistency? I think is what we're really looking for.
Weege, I didn't watch your show or your interview with Moran's, but our guy, we have a mutual friend, Canadian national champion,
From New York.
retired now, from New York.
Yes.
And he was irate at what Moran's was saying. What?
Yes, he was.
He was so angry that he watched your stupid show and he had a lot of thoughts.
It's hard because I believe that, like anything, there's subtleties to this. First of all, shout out to Phil. Sorry, did I just reveal his name?
Yes, damn it. Yeah.
Could you get Phil to write these things down in a column that would come out on Fridays?
We're working. I mean, negotiation. I think we're locked in now. I think we're locked in.
Okay.
It's going to be April. And by the way, as expected, Phil did screw us. He's going to get double paid. He's going to get paid by Racer X and FXR. He did it.
Yep. You
There
did
was
it.
never- there was never a
Congratulations.
Never
Never
doubt.
doubt.
Nope, he nailed it.
No.
Anyway, shout out to Phil, who I'm sure has been lapped at some point in his career. Sometimes the guys who have been lapped always take the side of the guy that's lapped. So shout out to Phil for never doing that. Like, Steve, doesn't he bash those dudes that are in that 15th to 22nd spot more than anybody we know?
Probably. And he was that guy.
Yes,
in the
it's
40
amazing.
class. Yes. Yeah.
But he is there's many takes on this lap rider thing, but there is like a subset. It's maybe 30% of the audience that's like, I do not care. Get out of the way. He's definitely in that group.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
There is no subtlety. It is get out of the way. Even though, JT, you made a great point. Getting out of the way sometimes is worse.
Yeah. The key point is just like Duke Finch used to tell us every weekend. There's a race going on, and son, you ain't in it.
Yeah. Moran's apparently, and Kevin's a good dude, and he's a great rider. He's worked really hard. But apparently at some point, JT Moran says, sometimes there's only one fast line.
Yeah,
And
get out of that one.
That set our friend off. That set our friend off.
Exactly right, Kevin. Get out of that one. It makes it really easy to choose which one to not be in.
That line is what really got our friend.
I didn't watch it either, but that line sets me off too.
He had said if he went, we don't need to relitigate Indy. He's like, if I went outside, I was afraid I was going to go outside to in, and Eli was going to go inside to out, and we were going to hit. So I just thought it would be safer to we're all going to take this one line in this one turn, and then I'll move out of the way.
Yeah, and that's what I said, and I literally was thinking of him because he was going, hey, I'll let you by, but you got to wait a section.
Basically.
And I'm watching this going, no, Kevin, no. They don't need to wait a section before you move. But I mean, Kevin is one of the guys that does it. Absolutely. There's guys that like that. Kyle Lewis, Heath Voss, Vince Freeze, Kevin Moran's.
Everybody knows.
Reputations. Yeah.
Everybody out there is a really good rider. Goes without saying. Pro riders are good riders. Weege.
Thank you.
They all know what the fast line is. The job is make sure you're not in it. That's it. When the lappers when they're coming through, make sure you're not in it. I can't put it any more simply than that. Like,
yeah.
I want to say one more thing on this lap rider topic. Fans, please stop stop giving me suggestions for how to make the riders more aware.
think-
Lights, radios, flags. That's not the problem.
No.
Dude.
They see them. They choose not to do something about it because they don't want to lose time of the guy they're battling.
That's
Lights
it.
aren't going to solve it. How many times ever have those guys been like, I didn't realize I could be lapped in a race. I had no idea this was coming. They always know. They choose to do otherwise.
I probably have
and dude-
100 DMs, and I think all these people are mad at me because I don't respond. I'm done.
Dude.
Like I
Yeah,
don't
no,
wanna
dude.
answer.
I got a guy saying you pull 2 guys a lap, get pulled off. 2 guys a
Oh,
lap.
my God.
I'm just like, who's doing this? Who's pulling these guys?
Oh, my God.
So you're telling me,
Stu had a
Kenny,
great point. You know what's funny? Stu is like, yeah, I hated lap riders when I was racing, but I defend these guys. I don't think they're doing anything that bad. And he's like, we're going to talk all about these playoff points and getting into the playoffs and top 20 and top 30 and all that, but we're also going to pull guys off the track. What if you pull a guy off the track and then 2 laps later, somebody's bike blows up and he's like, yo, I would have finished ahead of that guy. Would you pull me off the track?
I was saying, listen, man, it's $200 in 1 point. Is it really worth dying or affecting the races for that? And then a privateer shot back at me. Well, what about SMX, man? I need every point to get into SMX. And so you 2 guys have created this with your dumb SMX World Championship. This is what's happened.
That was actually Stu's defense of them. He's like, if we're going to say that this playoff thing is important, you can't be pulling guys off the track when there's a point in the line.
I'm not on board with pulling people off.
No, I'm not either.
Yeah,
I was more just referring like Layden, like, hey, I know you're trying to battle for 17th.
Yeah.
Lapper guy.
Yeah.
Why don't you just let 16th go? It's 1 point and $200.
Yeah.
And the
No,
point
it's
was,
just everybody understand. Don't race each other as the guys are going through. Once you're clear, continue your race again.
Yes.
That's it.
Yep. But until you find a way to enforce that, what you just said, nothing else is going to fix it.
No, but like if you're not going to abide by that, everybody gets together and puts soap bars in pillowcases and beats the shit out of you when you're not looking, because it's just got to be a code. Like there has to be a code amongst these guys of what the etiquette is. Like I know we can't enforce it. I know there's not going to be a rule, but like this is professional racing. Every professional sport, there's a code that's unwritten about how you do things and how you don't do things. It just seems really easy. When the leaders are coming through, we're not going to have a stage 5 battle while they're coming through. Once they're gone, let hell break loose again.
Right.
It's just not that hard, man.
Yeah, it's not that hard. No, you just and have better AMA communication with the flaggers and all of that. It's not that hard. So, but now we're on to the vicious Evan Ferry and the track cutting Hayden Deegan. Now we're on to that. So, all right. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. Really appreciate it. Birmingham Review. Thanks to Anton, our buddy, for putting this thing together. Onyx Maps, Brunt Work Wear, Motorsport.com, Maxxis Tires, Renthal, and most importantly, Fly Racing, FlyRacing.com. Great guys, great company. Get that mesh gear. It'll change your life. There's no doubt about it. So, yes, thanks to Jason Thomas. Thanks to Jason Wygant. And we'll see you around next week, guys.